Hey everybody, this is Cindy over at Paper Old and New, and this might look like another episode of Making From My Mess, but it's not. This is actually Roxy's weekly challenge, week 31, where she took cardstock scraps that she had. Now mine aren't double-sided, so most of mine are going to be tucks and pockets just because I don't feel like backing them. Some of the ones that are double-sided, like this, I'm probably going to make tags out of. So I'm going to cut this in half and make tucks out of it. Prepping for this, I think I buried all my equipment. Hold on. Gotta find a ruler and a cutter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. 3 and a half and 3/4. 3 3/4. 1, 2, 3 3/4. Okay, so now how tall are they? 8, a little less than 8 1/4. So those are kind of tall for tucks. I'm going to cut them down to 6, I think. I think 6 is a good size. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 1/2. And then I can use that for decorating or something. Who knows? Some of this Halloween paper is double-sided, so I suppose I could make some tags out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. I can make some tags out of it, maybe. She was just kind of randomly going at this, so in that spirit, I'm just kind of randomly going at this. So for this one, I'm gonna put them together like this. I'm gonna get my card template out for corners. And I think I'll use my middle one, or my middle one. There's 4, so you decide what middle is on 4. Guys, did I rebury my scissors? I'm telling you, man. I was in here organizing and fooling around and pulling out boxes and rearranging and... Okay, so tucks, right? Going in different, can be on different pages, or the same page, just different designs, whichever you want to do. Okay, now some of these, as you can see, are torn. So what my thought was to get straight cut pieces out of what I have. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way and do... all this stuff on here is blocking my view of my board. Can't line anything up. So a lot of when I was going through looking for stuff to use for this, it was funny because a lot of my cutoff scraps are paper. They're not cardstock. And I mean, of course you can use those. You just have to, if you're going to use them for anything like a pocket, you might want to reinforce them, use them, maybe double them up or mount them on book page or, something like that, just so that they don't, it's bats. Just so that they're not, I'm always afraid that if it's just paper, it's going to tear when I'm sliding things in and out. So I'm always a little leery. But, okay, so this I think is still 12 inches long. Yeah. So we're going to do 3 1/4 by, I'm going to do 6 1/2. So I get a 5 1/2. I can get a tag and a pocket out of this. This is double-sided, so the pocket will be green. however I decide to decorate that. And the tag can be, again, however I decide to decorate it. More than likely, I'll decorate up the bat side, only because the green, I mean, you can write on that. I don't have to do anything to it, right? Maybe put a little bit of an embellishment on it, but for the most part, I just decorate the other side and it can be, now this isn't heavy. It's not heavy cardstock, but it's enough that that'll make a good tag. Are you keeping an eye on me, guys? Because I don't know what I do with my finished pieces. Oh, I set them right here. So it's getting to be that time of year. So when I was going through all my scraps and I was realizing that a lot of my stuff that's cardstock that doesn't have to have a lot of reinforcement done to it is Halloween, I chuckled to myself. I was like, that's funny. It's that time of year and here I am, Halloween stuff just screaming at me. So let's see what kind of straight cuts I can get out of here. I'll see what size the piece is and then we'll decide what we're making out of it. And then I have this that I can tear pieces off to decorate with. So I'm going to cut this right over to where it's torn and see what it gives me. Okay, so we have a card or a pocket or whatever I want to make out of that. Okay, now this one. So this is fun. This has got pumpkins on the other side. So if I was to do anything with this one, as far as like making a tag out of it, it would have to go that way because the pumpkins are directional. So maybe the short side can be a tag. 1, 2, 3. I even like that torn top. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about leaving it. No, I should have torn that the other way. I was trying to get rid of the white. How if I tear? There, now it's got tagged corners, but a torn top. I'm going to leave it as kind of a torn top, and we'll see what we come up with on it. For this one, I think I want to do something with this side. Maybe oh, that's not straight. Did I cut that? I would have thought that was the edge of the paper. Well, that's straight for the most part. Okay. We're going to go all the way over to here, which happens to fall on this quarter mark, I think. And I'm going to cut this. I'll use that for decorating. Now, how wide do we have this? This is 4 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3/4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 3/4. By 5 3. I cut a square. Look at me go, guys. I wasn't even measuring. I cut a square. Okay, so we're going to go... I kind of want to go up the middle with it, so I'm... Excuse me. I'm going to make short tucks out of them. So again, I'm going to go this, get my little tag thingy, and do my bigger corner. It's not the biggest corner on my card, it's the next one down. And then we have tucks. Okay. I liked them. I've never done tucks with these little punch out. They remind me of old computer punch cards, but I've never done them with the corners like that. And I saw them when Rachel did them, and I like the way they look. So I was like, okay. This is this has already got a torn edge on it, and I thought I would just keep the torn edge. Let's see how long it is. See if it'll fit in anything. And make it as kind of a torn side tuck. Oh, it's almost 10 inches high though, so we're going to have to take some off of it. I'm going to go 8 3/4, so we're going to go here. That can be used for decor. And then we have, this is long tag, belly band. And then to get into something non-Halloween, these are, is this a full 12? That's a full 12. So I could do this, actually, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half gives me a 7.5 inch piece and a 4.5 inch piece. I like that, but I don't like the, well, I mean, let me rephrase. We're going to take the top of this cloud off. And then that can be a small pocket. Let me notch it. Can you hear the laughing and giggling upstairs? I think my daughter just got home. Oh, there we go. I think my daughter just got home from work. Okay, sorry, I'm back. All right, so I have this one, which I'm going to make a tuck. And I think we'll tuck this way. Actually, I might trim it down. Should I trim it down some? It's kind of wide. How wide is it? Yeah, it's 4.5 inches wide. Actually, it's 4 3/4 inches. Let's trim it down to 4 inches wide, and then I'll cut the corner and we'll make it I have a box up here that I'm putting strips in because I saw another video on YouTube that I wanted to try something, but I got to get my sewing machine working again because it keeps jamming on me and I think I have my tension set wrong. So yeah, I got to fix that. Anyway, I thought this was really cute. So I want to make, as you can see, it has a big circle hole on top of it. So we're going to cut that top part off. Let me see where we are. Okay, after this one, we're going to decorate a few of these. I don't want to spend all the time cutting pieces. We'll decorate a few of these and then, just see how far we get. Okay, so we have that. That's really cute. I don't want to cut any of it off. Like, to make it thinner, I guess I could cut one flower off. And maybe I can use the flower as an embellishment on something else. What do you guys think? Like right there. And then I will use that as an embellishment for something. Okay, so, oh, and I was going to cut this one. Yeah, actually I do want it on this side. Cut this one this way. I like these, corner cuts. Okay. All right, so let's decorate some of these ones we've done. Mostly we've got Halloween ones, but Maybe we'll see about these and see what we can come up with for these. I have fabric here, which might be kind of fun to put on some of them. I have no plan, guys. None yet. You know how it is when I have no plan. I also have, look, this is my fabric scraps. It's like, I'm digging. Who knows what I'll find, but I'm digging. That's kind of cute. Or maybe I'll put that one on there. With some lace. Oh, that might be too big. Ooh, and I have these. I like these. I might put that on there. I like the red on there. I wonder if I've got some more of the ticking ones. Oh, you guys are watching me dig in a bag. That's got to be extra, extra, extra fun. All right, let's put that over there. Let's pull. I'm going to move these up a little bit. Here's my wallpaper. We'll see what's in here. Look at that. That's from the 40s wallpaper. Actually, I'm going to get this piece out because I have some things over here I might use. Okay. Then I have these that I've just recently cut off some things. Okay. Let's see what we like on these. That's enough pulling. Let's get... My problem with some of this stuff sometimes is that I find myself not wanting to cover things up. Anybody else have that problem? Where's my little... I'm kind of trying to make them a little bit scrappy like she does. Depending on how I do it, it looks really cute, and you can... I don't know, I feel like I'm forcing that. This might be fun, though. I kind of like that. You know what I don't have out here? A glue stick and some glue page. And space to do gluing. So it's summertime, so we have a fair. You know, have towns all over the place have like fairs and stuff, carnivals, that sort of thing. There's one local right now. My daughter came home from work and she's gonna head over to the fair. Now where is my little box of... See, this is what happens. When you clean up and rearrange, you lose things. Okay, I have a box of things that I have cut out. She's not big enough. I need something big. Or I would like something big. Oh, maybe that. I think I need some handmade paper that might be fun on here. Now I'm starting to think I don't care if this has the... Oh, I like that. Okay, so let me glue that down. This is some of that handmade paper I got in those packs that you get at the Dollar Tree. Have you ever seen those packs of just, they're scrap packs. And they have a ton of these in them, and they're these really cool papers. They're, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see all the little fibers and stuff in there? And they have really cool, they feel really neat. Here I am hiding things from myself again. Guess what I hid this time? Can you guess? Oh, there they are. I'm wondering if I should put another page. No, I don't think so. Okay, and then I was going to put this on here, but I want to put a little bit of book page. Now this is all, what is this one? This is Cato, a Tragedy. This is very old book page. So this book page is from 1888. So this is the first piece I'm using, guys. I think I'm going to put this over here, like that. Now the kite's bugging me, guys. I can't help it. Do I really? Oh. See, the problem with it not being done, I don't know if that would be good there or not. It still needs a focal point, and I'm not going to say I've messed it up, because you know what? I'm going to build this. I know. I'm going to get one pocket done. You watch. This has taken me 15 minutes. I am not complaining. I'm chuckling at myself that it takes me this long to do this stuff. I think it's hysterical. You guys probably don't think it's hysterical. I think it's hysterical. Okay. There we go. Now, where is that thing I was going to stick on here? I've lost it. The one that I actually liked. This one. Because now if I stick it over here, I don't mind that it's covering up the roses. And I actually like that better. Okay. It probably needs to be inked. But what I'll probably do is take one of my brushes and go over the... Don't you dare. Go over the whole thing. Okay, and then we're going to put this on here. Look at that. I'm using my swatches. I haven't used them on anything. Mostly because I buried them in the bottom of this box. But there we go. And there we have a pocket. I have found that if I am willing to play with it long enough, I'll get it. But it's the taking forever to play with it part that... Okay. All right, so some old book page. We'll keep that up here for... And I've got this. I've got more of that paper, that handmade paper stuff. This is that really old book page pieces. Even the blank pieces I could still use because they're nicely colored. So, okay. So these... Wait. I have all of this that I just cut off recently. So I could do... maybe blue. Maybe some of this. No. It would have to be torn. Problem is this particular stuff doesn't tear well. But we could put that there. Maybe with a piece of this. All right, come on. You know what, I haven't pulled any labels or anything. I wonder if I should. Back into my box I go. I wonder if I could get away with putting like a really cute... Not him. Too big. I think the black background makes for something kind of interesting because I don't really have a lot that's black. If that makes sense. Well, I'm sure it makes sense. It's just... I don't have a lot of black background things. Very collagey. What do we think? I like it. Okay. I don't normally do things this collagey. And this is the first one of these I've been able to glue down on anything, so I'm kind of excited about that. All right, so we're going to take this and put it down the side. It's very different when I do challenges. Like, I'll challenge myself. Like, Rachel sets these challenges up for us, right? And then sometimes I'll be watching videos and I'll say, you know what, I'm going to try that. And I challenge myself. And it's funny how different people do the crafting part. Because I mean, I kind of get it in my head that the idea is to, you know, if she's doing it collage-y, then it's supposed to be collage-y. And I think she said, you know, decorate them however you want. Sure. And I know that's true. I'm not saying that. I just think it's funny the way I'll watch a video and I'm like, okay, well, so I'm supposed to make it collage-y like that. It's like, well, no, you don't have to. Do whatever you want with it. And the funny thing is I would put lace on this because I've gotten really fond of putting, you know, bunched up trims and laces and stuff on things. And this would be no exception, except for the fact that I have taken in all of my cleaning, I've taken all my laces and trims upstairs and I'm trying to organize and bobbin them as best I can. Like put them on, not bobbins, spools, spool them so that they're easy to get to and use. And it involves the process of making the spools, you know, because I thought I had ordered some on Amazon, but my Amazon order came in. I mean, I hauled it. You guys saw the big July haul. And I hauled it, and there was no spools. Right? So, I mean, if you guys go back and look, there's no spools in that haul. That is because apparently I looked at them, but did not order them. So, I have started like cutting down the backs of scrapbook paper pads, or I've even used some flashcards. Flashcards, like, because I have boxes and boxes and boxes of more modern flashcards, you know, not the real cool old ones. So I've taken a bunch of the modern flashcards and used them for some of the wider laces, some of the bigger ones. And that seems to work pretty good for some of the big pieces. And, yeah, I don't know. Okay. So this is, I think the weird thing about this is the black background. I think that's what is like messing with how I'm seeing this, because I'm not used to working on the black. And then I have another one here that's black, and I think I'm going to take a break from the black because it's messing with my head. So we did two. I don't know what I did with the pocket, but it's around here somewhere. I wanted to try okay, so I'm going to ink the top of this where it's torn. And down along the sides just because the edge is white. This is double-sided. We are going to use some of this on here. So I have some stripe and I have some floral. And I'm just going to tear some off. sticking to me better than it's sticking to the paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this across here. Man, they're getting loud up there. So has anybody gone over and seen... Ew. I must have had a ton of it on my finger. Has anybody gone over and seen Kathleen Mauer's tag templates? I love them. I want to go over there. I'm going to go over there and practice some of them. I think they're great. That's what this reminded me of. One of them. She's got some that do, yeah. So I just thought it was. Okay, I'm going to use this florals with it. I'm trying to figure out what spot I want to tear. Get that paper clip off of there. So that I have a good kind of... I'm going to tear it all the way down here, like that. And then I think I'll tear... right here. Like that. Wow, that's a lot of white. I've gotten out some of my books that I prepared for altering, and I'm gonna make just some things I was working on. I thought I'd share while I was standing here doing this. I'm gonna make like a tag book and a pocket book and I don't know. If I think of something else. I just figured I would have separate books for this stuff. I might take that off there. I don't necessarily want to fold it around just because... I'll hold it around for now. See, now that's what I was talking about. I wanted a good representation of... Well, maybe that's better. Maybe we'll fold it around here. Oh yeah, that's better. I like that better. And if I want it turned the other way, I can always glue it this way. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gluing over to that fold, and then I'll cut it off. I like it when things come together well and relatively quickly. Okay, and then we'll cut this, trim this. And I'm going to, I know I've lost one of them in this pile somewhere. My little tag cards. There's one. Oh, there it is. I'm going to cut corners on this. You can tell these are my gluey scissors. The corners are sticking. I'm going to save this one as is, as a background, until I find the right focal point for it. So that one's going to stay like that. I'm going to put back here with things we've finished. I'm going to try and do one more. I wanted to do, let me think. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to do this one. Maybe it was this one, because I'm tearing this in half, and I either want to put... maybe with the stripes. Ooh, that's a lot of stripe. Maybe not with the stripes. Maybe with this. I kind of like it best with that. We're going to cut it. I'm going to cut a piece of it down like this. I like that crisscross pattern. I actually think this is one of her templates. I don't remember which one. But I am going to crisscross it with something, and I can't decide if I want it on the up and down piece on the bottom or the top. So what if I did, I like using up the wallpaper. I have to admit it's, no, that's too similar. I don't like that. Okay, so now we're delving into the find something different to put on here area. All right, let's get this scrap, put it in here. I'm going to start moving things out of my way, guys. That top needs to be torn. That's better. Okay, so if I put this down like this, and then we put some of this, can you see the pattern in it? It was coffee dyed with a stencil on it. So it's got kind of a pattern in it, and I kind of like it. With the burnt edge and the music. And I'm thinking, it's very, very neutral. The whole palette is very neutral, which will make finding a focal point for this very interesting. But I'm not hating it. I know I always say that, and I'm like, that is not a ringing endorsement for anything. The fact that you don't hate it doesn't mean it's like overwhelmingly gorgeous either. But be that as it may, I'm going to glue these pieces down, and this is going to be my last one, and I'm going to clean up my mess. Well, I won't clean up my mess on camera. I was going to say I'll clean up my mess and then we'll be done. But no, I'm going to finish this one and we'll be done, and I'll clean up my mess when I let you go. Nobody wants to watch me. Okay, so like that, and then I'm going to put this on here just a little bit up from the bottom. I almost want a piece of something else on there. Like two things going across. This is how I get in trouble. The lace on the bottom. If I put the lace on here and then cover part of it up. I put the lace on here and cover part of it up this way. Oh. I'm kind of liking that. Okay. I don't know. Then I don't want this one here though. I don't like it when it gets all the little scoops where you can tell where your fingers started and stopped with your tearing. That drives me bonkers. I can't tell you why. I think I still want it up from the bottom a little bit. I am not going to try and glue stick that. I told you guys one of my Sugar Bell bottles split on the side, right? I'm waiting for this one to do same. Like, I'll be in the middle of using it and it's just gonna... Whatever this solvent is in this glue, whatever this, because it's solvent-based rather than water-based, it takes the finish off of these wallpapers. Like, as soon as I put it down, when I swirl the tip in it, it moves the pigment on the wallpapers. So yeah. Okay, now I couldn't ink. The ink doesn't do real well on the edge. Well, I could have inked that edge because that edge is paper, not surface. When I tore the wallpaper, there's a paper edge there. But you can't ink the wallpaper edge. Like I got ink on the wallpaper there, and if you watch, if I go like this, it smears and comes off for the most part. So I can't really ink that. But I can ink this. And I think I'm gonna. And then we will call this one done, because I don't have focal points for these because I don't know where they're going to end up. That's my thing about focal points. If I'm going to put a focal point on something, I need to know where it's going to end up so that I know what kind of focal point to put on it. And since I don't know that, I just want to keep it basic, and then I can add a focal point when I find a journal to put it in based on what the theme of that particular journal is. You guys do that? I mean, you must decorate stuff ahead and then add things to it when you know where you want it to be. Yeah? Okay. So we're going to cut this. And we're going to cut this. I like the way that turned out. And we're going to do corners because I want this to be a tag. And I'm going to close that because I like to let my glue dry up. I mean my glue, my ink. And I'm going to clip this, ink the top. And call it a day. We'll look at what we made. I didn't ink the edges of this tag, so we're going to go around the white edges. Okay, so there's that one, and I really like the way these turned out. Like I said, these two I really like. They will just be awaiting focal points for whatever journal they end up in. And then we did a pocket, which once I got it going, I like the way it turned out. I am going to ink some of this while I'm standing here. But this I like, finally. It took me a minute to get it where I wanted it, but we made it there in the end. Okay. Yeah. That needs a little bit of glue. Prepare that while I'm thinking about it, or I will forget. I think my glue needs, I need to clean out the nozzle. And then this one. And like I said, I think the problem I'm having with these is I'm not used to doing on black background. So I'll have to mess around with that a little more and see if I can, you know, be more comfortable with it. I'm inking the edges and kind of smearing some. Make these white spots a little less white. So yeah, I do like the way this turned out. So this will be a tuck. So we did a tuck, a pocket, and 2 tags. I think she did lots of tucks, right? And I did cut a bunch of tucks, so I will be decorating those. And I know I've got a lot of Halloween stuff to decorate, and now I've got a ton of scraps to clean up. So this was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you liked these, and I will see you in week 32. Bye-bye.